Hey everybody, what up? It's Scuff D here, getting ready for my games with Lodge Wars. I'm going to be playing against Brontologist for the first round in Lodge Wars Part 2, so let me go ahead and make my first deck selection. I'm going to start out with Alpharius, test the waters, start strong. Figure if I go in with that, I've been playing him all month long, so it should be good here. See if we can get him on. And Brontologist, good luck. User not online. Let them know that I'm getting on here. Hang on, I'm going to bounce in between screens. This is the powerful So Lodge Wars, each player plays two warlords from different factions. And it's conquest rules. What that means is basically you've got two different warlords, two different factions. You have to win with each of those. So it's kind of like an evolved best 2 out of 3 format. And this is my first let's go back into the game. There I am in Alpharius' armor. That's kind of weird. Put this back over here. So it's kind of like an evolved best 2 out of 3 format here. You have to excuse my camera moving around while I'm typing up here. I'm in a different position than normally. See if he's out there waiting to accept the duel. Best of luck to you. My second deck, at some point we're going to have to get to it to see it, is Fulgrim. So we'll start with Alpharius and then we'll move into Fulgrim, or we'll stick with Alpharius if Alpharius doesn't cut it game 1. I don't want to reveal too much if I don't have to. Number 1, number 2, I feel Alpharius has got a lot of ways to pull it out, so Fulgrim, the Fulgrim deck I'm running right now is just a basic curve Fulgrim. There's nothing super special about it. It operates, it does what it does. Yeah, I keep trying. That's weird. This could get annoying really quick. Let me try. Close this out then. Sorry about that, camera. And wow, yeah, so the new event going on here with these warlords or these titans, that's pretty awesome. I'm liking it. Marcus, let's see here. Bam, challenge. See if that's going out. Ah, there we go. Preparing battle. And we are underway. So, I'm gonna put this over here for right now. That's that. Who am I playing? I am playing Alpharius as well, most likely. So an Alpharius on Alpharius game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tricky. Both coming out strong. So he's going to get my Saboteur squad. Don't like it. But I'm going to make it count. Start the burn quickly. Headhunter squad. Interesting. Okay. That will come into play. Okay, so he's going for the energy ramp early on, and that's gonna hit me hard because he's gonna come out with Saboteur squad early enough. I'm gonna have to jukebox his stuff and put some pressure on. Interesting. He's got rhinos, he's got orders, a different build. To use that to my advantage as best as I can. I don't have an order, so the rhino is going to just be a frontline troop for me. It's not going to offer me anything beyond that. I don't mind if he kills my Jubok. I don't want too many cards in hand to begin with, to be honest with you. So oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Start the burn early on. And I'll go ahead. Yeah, better put pressure on. Gladly trade my Saboteur for his Saboteur. Yeah, that's fine. I've got my Melgator as well to bounce that back into his hand. Although, I'm wondering if that's worth it. Yep, it's worth it if I've got two on me. I'm going to want to do one. He's got double one of many. It's really coming down to who goes first, and then he's going to try to pump up with that, nice ramp. Nice ramp. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? That's a tricky one. That is a tricky one, good sir. But I gotta ping him where I can ping him, you know? And he knows it too. He's already got 9 cards in hand. I've got 10. That Saboteur squad is gonna hurt. Thankfully, I've got Informant Network to kind of paint a little bit. Coming out heavy with these stuns early on. Okay. Surprising. Surprising card choices here. Very interesting. Now, he's telling me that he's got orders here, so I've got to watch what I put out in terms of troops. Here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to stun his stunner. And then I'm going to force some card draw. Oh, I'm stunned. That's right. I can't do that, can I? Get his guy a little bit closer, so if I can pull off an instrument. Still keeping it close. They've done their job at this point. They've caused a lot of disruption, so I'm not too worried about that. I do not like having 9 cards in hand with only 6 energy, but I'll do what I gotta do. I'm gonna have to drop some Saboteur squad here somehow. Saboteur and bandit supplies. Bring his energy down a little. Give me a little something for my next turn. I'm gonna have to eat that 6 or that stun at some point. Yeah, he's in a position to to draw and harrowing. I don't like that either. Ooh. Good position. So I don't want to use those abandoned supplies. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Alright, well, shit. What do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? 3, 3. Here's what we do. Ping that. Pop that. As a front line, if only as a front line. Eat what I gotta eat so he can't make that guy a little bit more powerful. If he's gonna harrowing, he's gonna harrowing. This is the thing with Alpha Legion versus Alpha Legion games, man. You don't know what to expect. It's gonna go who has what. Are we gonna do orders? Are we doing traps? Are we harrowing? Are we adding cards to hand? Things get really crazy really fast. Now he's got my one of many. I haven't used my Saboteur squads, but at this point, when he hits 10 energy, at this point it's already fallen too far behind. It's not going to do me any good. Yeah, it's going to hurt. At this point, I have no option. I have to bust out my one of many. I don't like it. Yeah, right there, that's 1825. It's not going to matter. You just got the jump on me with the energy. Yeah, that's not going to do any difference here. Too little, too late. Nothing I can do about that. No, I thought that was the "you do what you can to win" quote. What's going on here? I thought they fixed this bug. Ugh. Well, I'm pretty sure he'll end up with the win here. I should have a loss. I'm going to go back in with Alpharius for game 2. Draw. Better message him. I got the loss on that. I'm not going to complain. Not a big deal. But let's make sure. Oh, is he challenging me? Play. Alright. So his second warlord option is Night Haunter. That's good. That's better. I'm going to need that stun for sure. The thinking man's game. What is going to happen first? What troops is he going to bust out with early on? How's it going to matter? With Curze, you want to be able to stun him or be prepped for the harrowing or stun those big heavy troops and hopefully use those to his advantage. Flanking's not going to do anything against me in this. I'm not too worried about that, and I've got a former network to break that if I so choose, which I do. pump up his hand. Get some stuff in mine. That's not going to do him any good so long as he's got a flanking troop out in play. And I don't mind that. That's not a big deal. I'll take a 3 and find a way to eat it. Wait, the 5. Got no troops in play. I'll give him fast. And hit him with that. I'll take 3, you take 4. We stay on point. That means on my 5 turn I can get my troop out as well as a card draw, so I'm already ramping him up more, making it harder for him to terrorize my ghost squad, because my ghost squad can be scary too. Doesn't mean it's not impossible. With the 6 cost, he should be able to drop something. But that's okay, because now I've got my Thunderhawk to be able to stun it and follow it up with some other stuff later on. And if he can't stun it, I'm going to Saboteur and Alpharius ability. And I'll probably use Informer Network at that point. Looking at my options here. So it's really going to kind of depend on what he does on his turn here. So if I beat Curze, then I'm going to have to play Curze with my Emperor's Children. And that will be an interesting game. I don't think I've really had too much interaction with the Night Lords and Emperor's Children. I think if we get it out early on, that works well. That can work well. Okay. See, he should have killed the Ghost Squad first and then made him fast. He did not do that. So, let's go ahead and pump my guys up. And do I stun him? I feel like I should stun him. I'm going to go ahead and stun him. I don't want him dropping Mercy and Forgiveness. And not being able to get rid of that troop makes it a little bit harder for him to drop another fast. Yeah, and that flank is going to just do a 3. He's going to need something more than that. Not that he won't have it, but... The damage will be done at that point. Oh, beauties. Beauties, beauties. Keep the pressure going. I don't mind at this point. I don't want to risk a direct damage and lose that 7, so I'm going to put that 7 out there. And I've got Harrowing at this point going forward with the Stealth Breaker score. I feel like I'm sitting pretty here. Even if he goes up by 8 health, I've got what I need to break him when I need to break him. He's got 8 cards in hand versus his 5, and that's enough. I'll eat the 5 if it's going to deal 8 to him. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. And he can go Mercy, Forgiveness. Ooh, nice. No, that's not gonna... Yep. That's not gonna win it. Sorry. Alright, so there we go. So now game 3, moving into game 3. Emperor's Children. Untested, really, against Night Lords. This is just my Emperor's Children build. This is just what I'm running right now. Again, pretty basic. I don't know about the hold at all costs. I'm throwing it in there, but we'll see how it works. That low health stuff could play against me late game if he manages to get Night Haunter out. Well, I tell you, I'm glad they fixed some of these issues with the bugs, but there's always just some problem with. It's harder to do a practice match sometimes than you would think. I remember about a month ago I tried to do some practice decks, and we were just not able to link up. We'd see it out there, and this was with a lodge member. You know, we'd see it out there, and we couldn't get it started. Okay. There we go. All right, well, Brontologist, game 3. Good luck. Best of luck to you. I do not like that too early on. No, thank you, sir. Timberland bikes aren't going to do me as good with the Terror unless I can get them pumped. We'll see what we can do. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, this deck here is untested. I think I don't have anti-stealth in this one. I don't know if I have Informant Network in this deck or not. I think I'm relying on other splash damage effects. Okay, well, keep the pressure on. I'm pretty sure he knew that was coming. Yeah, late game, you've got to not have low health troops out there for Curze to just chew up, because otherwise he's going to stay stealth. You're going to lose the board. Now, I do have Ride a Car in this deck actually to take advantage of that, to hopefully pump up some of my perfection troops late game if I manage to get that going. Make it a little bit harder for him to get through anything else here. And I'm going to want to, I don't know if we want to use Odovakar's ability on himself or on the bikes. We'll see. We shall see. Well, it looks like he's going to be using it on himself then. If I'm correct, he's busting out a Terror Rule of Fear. Yep. Understandable. Okay, so this works out. Give it to him. And stun. And go from there. Plus, you want kind of a high attack front line so you don't have to worry too much about the terror from flanking or any other attack lowering abilities comboing out here. Of course, it's going to hit. Plus, I did include Informant Network. Thank goodness. I try to make that almost a staple at this point. There's so many stealth cards out there, and it does damage across the board, it breaks stealth, it's a cheap card. It's the answer that people thought that they couldn't get. Nicely done, sir. It's not going to change my options. I actually have just as many options right now. Card drawing, generating abilities, pumping stats, so delaying the 7/5 does suck, but it's not terrible. There are things I can do. I don't know if that's something he should have gone for. I guess he was banking on hopefully broing out that 5. You know what? Yeah, I went there. And if he doesn't have anything, it's gonna wrap up kind of quick. sure he's got something. He's going to have to use something to either get rid of that predator, or he's going to have to get rid of Odovacar. Okay, so he bounced Odovacar, which is fine. It's not crucial. Stealth and +1. So he's banking on that. Okay, nicely done. Nicely done, good sir. On problematic side, Hall of Rights, Jubok, and I'm just going to go ahead and pump an ability. That's love that generation. That is nice. That could seal the game right here. I can bounce what I need to bounce. I can hit for 7. I gotta be able to do it. I can technically hit for 4 if he doesn't get rid of my Jubok. So 4 + 7 is game, unless he's got healing or a front line, which is possible. In which case, I've still got Ambassador Melgator and the Pride, so it's looking pretty tight. But it depends on what he can throw out there, if he can get rid of Jubok or if he can heal some additional health to give him some breathing room. And in which case, then I might use the hold at all costs to bust out some stuff on my end. We'll see. Yep, okay, so he went front line, and that is a vehicle, so that is going to be problematic. But not terribly problematic. So 2, 4, 8, 9. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, there's my 5. Okay, yes. Okay, 5. Let's do 3, 7, 3, 7. Okay, and then let's do 4, 5, 4. Bang, bang. Nice, nice. And he's going to have to stealth up on me on his turn. And I've got his health low. It's looking good. So far, so good. Yeah, he has got no choice. He's going to have to go that route. Now that Goldstone is going to kind of become, he should have waited a turn. He should have bought himself some time on that. Not a good idea. Oh boy. Well, let's see what I can do here in the meantime. I'm going to pump up this guy here. And I'll put out him. And I just got to hit the board with as much as I can hit the board with. And if he doesn't get Mercy Forgiveness, I can seal it. If he does, then it's going to be a little bit trickier to get rid of him. And I wouldn't blame him if he's got that. That's annoying. He's probably hoping if he can survive this one. I don't have Pride, unfortunately. Sorry, Brontologist. Fulgrim has generated me 2 Prides, and that's no good. Okay, so he's going to at least use that to deal the 2 damage. Stealth himself. Buys him a turn. Understandable. Not a bad thing. So, what I've got to do is just somehow either draw my second informant network, which will seal the game. What do we got here? We got deal 2 damage to an enemy and stun it. Okay, first off, I want to pump this guy up. I want to make that hard. Second, I want to get rid of this thing. Third, I want to make it hard for anything that he's bringing out to try to flank. And we'll leave it at that. He can still destroy that Hall of Rights and stealth again in turn. I don't have an option about that. That's just the way it is. Been 1 damage. Very, very good game. Good game here. A little bit back and forth. It's just a matter of, can we get the closing? Can I break his stealth? Can I keep him away from hiding for too long? If he hides for too long and it buys him the time that he needs, then, you know, yuck. Yuck is the right answer. I had that informant network. I had to use it to break that front line. I don't feel guilty about that. I'm sure I've got 2 in my deck. So I'm not too sad about that. Alright, let's see here. First off, get rid of that thing. Second off, pump him up. Third, let's see what we get here. Okay, fourth, let's see what Fulgrim's going to give me. Gotta put the pressure on, man. Gotta put the pressure on. Okay. Hey, you almost don't want to put stuff out, but you have no choice. If you don't, he can drop, you know, front line, and then I don't have an option, or he drops his own Curze's chosen, and it's just no good from there. So it's really coming down. What has he got left? 10. I've got 12. I know I've got another informant network in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I do. If I've only got 1, I'll kind of kick myself for it later, but I'm pretty sure I included 2. If I had the 1, I had the 2. And if he can't stealth me, if he can't do a damage and get stealth on this one, it's going to be game. He looks like he's looking for something. That is the question. Is he going to have it? Okay. Alright. Is he just destroying troops? Didn't have anything. Good game, Brontologist. That was a good game. Definitely tight at the end there. So that's it. That's even though this one here says draw, it was a loss. But we're gonna go ahead and take a screenshot here of that. That is the Trader's End. Let me just go ahead and get out of here. Trader's End. Lodge Wars round 1. Good games, good matchups. There you go. I wish I could give you a little bit more dialogue in here, but yep, good game, man. Eggs? No. All right. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get this up here, and then I'll put up my other video I did last night. I was waiting till Lodge Wars started before I got that out there. So, Lodge Wars round 1, Trader's End, looking good. All right, bye.